Alright, hi again on my channel. This video is on English again because it's a TraderTom. Hi Tom. It's about his breakout strategy. Tom is from Denmark and he offers his trades daily live in a Telegram group, and he makes awesome results. So I had an eye on him now for a couple of weeks. And what I coded now is his breakout strategy. It goes on the main indices. I coded it for the DAX now. So my code checks the 59 candles, minute candles before the DAX opens at 9 AM. And it sets at 8:59. I set two trades, one buy stop and one sell stop. And the buy stop is placed on the highest point from the previous 59 minute candles, and the sell stop is placed at the lowest point, so the lowest candle from the previous 59 minute candles. And the goal is to get 9 points win. So whenever the price breaks out to the highest point from the previous hour, then Tom checked it out. This is why I double checked it by code. Tom analyzed it, that if this happens to the upper or to the lower side, that the price goes at least 6 to 9 points up, mostly. So we want to get 9 points win, and we risk 9 points loss for each trade. So what I figured out is that you cannot just run this robot blind, and you cannot trade just this strategy blind. You have to combine it with your experience and your market view. You have to consider if there is war, or is there COVID news, any fake news, or is there fear in the market, or what is the momentum, what is the sentiment actually. So what I came to now is to combine this breakout strategy every day. I run it manually, and I decide if the buy stop was filled, do I delete the sell stop or do I wait? So you cannot code. This is why I had 1 year pause now, because you cannot code a trading bot that just goes and trades for you, and this will never work. You have to combine it with your trading experience, and you have to know when to activate which robot. So okay, I link Tom's strategy below the video, and okay, let's see how the code works. It's exciting. Alright, here we go. Time is money, so we have nothing to waste. I try to get you an overview about the work without being too technical, because it makes no sense for persons who just don't code. Just to show you how it looks like. It's MQL5, it's object-oriented programming. You include other files to get some functions, and you define some variables. And you have an onTick function, so everything in this code acts whenever a new tick, a new event from the trading server occurs. So all of the code is getting executed within this onTick function. I define here the server, hour, minute and seconds to be able to decide when my code should be executed. I set some conditions when whatever variables should set to whatever value I need for my decisions. Here, for example, so this code is for the DAX, as mentioned in the intro. So when the server hour is 8 and the minute is 59, so when we are 1 minute before opening, I copy all the data with this function copy rates. I copy all the data from the last 59-minute candles into an array, and later in another function I get the highest and the lowest point in this array with a function. Yeah, just to show you how it looks like. For example, here gets the highest from the hour before opening. This is defined in another included function, included method. It's here gets the highest, and it's all in an array, and you get the index of the maximum of the array, and then you get the highest of this index number. So it's just the way you get what you send in your Telegram group every day before 9, before DAX opening. So this is the code how I get this values where you set the buy stop and the sell stop order. Okay, enough of that. You have a strategy tester in NQL5. Unfortunately, Tom, the broker you use, what is it, TD365 something, he just offers the MetaTrader 4 platform. I code in MQL5. So unfortunately, I can't use your broker with my code to check the slippage etc. It's a pity, okay, however. We have a tester here, and here you can define on what time period you want to have your code running. So it makes no sense just to let it run over a year or a quarter. It makes more sense. I switch over to the DAX chart. You see here the DAX from 2020 to today. It makes more sense for testing a code to look at the chart and to pick out a special market condition. So we have here a bull market from November 20 to April 21. So this makes sense to take this period for a test, or to take another period for sidewards moving. It makes no sense to run a robot over this period here from November 19 to today, because it's totally different market phases. Further, I figured out that it makes just every day I start my code now manually, and depending on how the market situation is, now we have the war issue with Russia, and you have every day, you know that, Tom, you have to decide, hey, how is the sentiment in the market, what momentum is acting, and when the buy stop was filled, do I delete the sell or do I keep it? Or there are so many factors. You have to combine the code, the activation of the code with your experience, with your human mind, with your experience of the market. So just to show how the code works, let's check it on November 20 to, what was it, April 21. So November 20 to April 21. Okay, let it go. Oh, I should have pointed it out. I think I'm trading with 10 lots, so it's not your size, it's a bit smaller. So I start here with $10,000, and 1 point is, what is it, €10, I think. Now you will see when It's over in April, so it takes some time now. I may make a video cut to save these minutes here. Video cut finish. So the test run until end of April. Here we have the log under the journal tab. You get all the information about to what conditions trade was started, was filled at, with a stop loss, take profit. You get the information in the journal, and in the history you get the information about every single trade in this form. And we see we got 3,400 bucks win, so that's 30% in 5 months, so that's pretty good. And I worked here with 10 lot, what means it's 1 point in the DAX is $10 or something, yeah. And here we have an overview. We started with in the tester with a 10,000, with a balance of $10,000. We ended up with 30% win. What's pretty cool, I figured out a lot of stuff if you work with the period when the trades should expire. I kicked them out now after 5 minutes, so after 9.5, when it was not filled, I kicked it out. It's very interesting to see other chests if you set the expiration to 4 hours, 8 hours. So mostly they run into win. I'm pretty confident about the strategy, and I'd say I double checked it. I double checked your strategy, Tom. Maybe I will run it live. I run it on a test account actually every morning. I will send you some screenshots about how it works. It's midnight here. I'm tired. It's enough for today. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.